Everyone was laughing, and it was awesome.
Hi, I'm Catherine Diorio, and welcome to Check Please, the show where regular people from all over Chicago recommend and review their favorite restaurants. So this is how the show works. Each week, we have 3 guests. Each recommends his or her favorite spot, and the other 2 go check them out and tell us what they think. This week, Education Administrator Anil Herkadli has done his homework on hundreds of Chicago restaurants. He says his hidden gem is in a class of its own. But photographer Greg Fraze says that he shudders at the thought of anyone not liking his selection because he says that it has the tastiest northern Italian food in town. Up first, freelance writer Alana Mortel says, like a great novel, her pick is outstanding from beginning to end. She says for a dining experience that has been celebrated throughout the generations, follow her to the Gold Coast and get pumped for Pump Room.
When Ian Schrager had this huge idea, I thought it was really neat when we approached the city. Should we change the name? And that the whole city reacted together as like, no, it's the original Pump Room. So how can we keep it original and make it fun? And then the feedback from the guests is like, you've made this place even better than it is. I kind of explain it in this way. The food is very simple. We have a modern, contemporary approach to it. The plates are really, really nice and clean. The preparation is something that you can understand, but as soon as you bite into it, it's very complex. We offer a lot of great flavors and the really regional components from some of the local farmers. It's fun to see some of the reaction of what the Pump Room used to be and the regulars that came, and then all of a sudden, they're like, what'd you do to the place? But when they sit down and they taste the food and they feel the energy, they're like, it's the new, it's the hip, we feel comfortable here, we don't need the jackets anymore. I really want them, when they leave the Pump Room, go, wow, this is not what I expected. It's game changing. It's bringing back what Pump Room is and the newer version of it.
Alana, you say the Pump Room is better than ever. Tell us why you chose it.
So I actually grew up in the neighborhood right near Pump Room, and it's a restaurant that I hadn't been to until the past year. That was the first time I went. I was living in New York for a while, and my mom would call me and say, listen, you're a big foodie, you love kind of the neighborhood, cocktails, craft food, we got to take you to the Pump Room. The service is spot on, the cocktails were very tasty, and the food is phenomenal.
Well, tell us about what kind of food we can expect to find there.
I think it's very classic American. You know, it is kind of more modern, but a lot of the items are, I would consider comfort food. Everything from the heirloom tomato toast with sprinkles of sea salt were local, organic. They were bursting with flavor. They were amazing. But the burger was just absolutely mind-blowing. It comes with pickled jalapenos, an herb mayo, juicy bun, potato. It was absolutely phenomenal.
Don't you feel wrong about ordering a burger at the Pump Room? I saw it on the menu and I'm like, no, I can't do that.
Well, they forge all these relationships with local farmers. The chef was telling me that they've changed their menu so many times because as soon as something's not at its absolute peak, they change the menu. So they said their staff is ready to kill them, but they're trying, they want to keep that.
I asked for Brussels sprouts because that's our latest fave thing to do. And our waiter politely informed us that no.
They're not at the season anymore.
Very politely, no, sorry.
And I think that what's great about what they're doing, a lot of it is they're getting like local produce and using that and using it in inventive ways that, yes, you may find, fried chicken with a spicy corn salsa at many other restaurants. But I think that just how it was prepared, and you can just tell that it's cooked with love.
Well, Anil, you are a Lincoln Square guy, and we sent you to the Gold Coast. What do you think?
Yeah, it was funny because I think being one of those Chicago people who loves my neighborhood and just is a diehard Lincoln Square fan, going down to the Gold Coast, I had this kind of preconceived notion about what it was going to be like. It is in a nicer hotel. The price point is a little bit different than places I typically frequent, and so I walked in, with that in mind. And I will say that I was really pleasantly surprised because the host, the wait staff, everyone was just really, really friendly. It had a casual vibe, which kind of reminded me that we are in Chicago, we're in the Midwest. Yeah. And so I really, really appreciated that. Albeit saying that it's a really nice place with kind of like the orbs everywhere and the beige and like, I mean, you can feel that it is one of those places that has like a great history of like glamour and celebrities coming there. But I was very pleasantly surprised in how casual it actually was.
And what do you think of the food you had?
So I will agree with Alana that the burger was really good. I mean, I think like the image that's seared in my mind is kind of pressing the bun down and the cheese kind of melts and goes over the side.
Should have ordered it, damn it.
I know, you're missing
Reason
out.
to go back.
Exactly. I had the calamari appetizer. It was very good, very lightly battered.
A lot of their starters and appetizers I think are the star. One of my favorites, which I get every single time, is the crispy sushi rice. The salmon is so shaved, super thin, melts right in your mouth. A little bit of chipotle mayo, crispy sushi rice. I mean, it's the perfect little bite.
It was awesome. We had 4 appetizers, and that was the one that
Stood out?
Ooh, yeah.
We got the ricotta ravioli, and frankly, it did not jump out at me on the menu. The quality of ingredients and the simplicity of it, it was reminiscent of dishes that I've had in New York.
Like I said, I'm really glad you recommended it because that would have never been on our radar to go to, even though it's been around for years and we're from Chicago.
Do you think that it being in a hotel affects you thinking about it as a destination location for dining?
Yeah, it does sway your thought process, but it's such a beautiful neighborhood. And again, it used to be the Ambassador East Hotel, which was quite swanky.
What's great about it is I enjoy getting appetizers, flatbread, and a cocktail, and just enjoying that and taking your time with the meal.
You've gone a lot.
Yeah.
I've got in the past.
In pump room terms, you've gone a lot.
The vibe and the crowd and the energy.
What about the crowds? I mean, Anil, what is the crowd like? What's the atmosphere like?
It's interesting. So we got there probably between 6 and 6:30, and the crowd was very much, because it is attached to a hotel, I mean, it was people who were likely staying in the hotel. So it was more casual. As we were having our dinner, it started to transition a little bit more, and like a younger crowd certainly came in, and it was people who were having a special night out with the girls, and people who were coming in.
Did you go?
It was a Friday night.
Friday.
And so by the time we left, the dining room was filled with, a significantly younger crowd, more dressed up. So that was kind of one of the interesting things about it.
Well, Alana, you chose Pump Room. Sum it up for us.
Authentic, classic, historic, just delicious food, and it's a great environment from start to finish.
Great. Greg?
We've got the star treatment with all the stars pictures on the walls. We were in the Frank Sinatra booth apparently, and we loved it from start to finish.
And Neil, sum it up.
Pretty good burger, great service, but not necessarily worth the cost in the orbs and the beige.
You can try the salmon and more at the Pump Room, 1301 North State Parkway, 312-229-6740. Open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day. Reservations are accepted, and the average tab per person without drinks is $50. Anil Harkadli has been going to Devon Avenue since he was a little kid, but he says you gotta go a couple miles down the road to try his favorite spot. He says for authenticity that's spiced just right, follow him to Lawrence Avenue and stop in at Paprika.
Paprika is considered king of the spices in India, so I picked up the name because of the elegance of the spices. I am from India. This is near Darjeeling. I've been cooking for the last 25 years. All the food that we make, all freshly made when they order. We never make anything before the customer orders. So we cook exactly like we cook at home. I enjoy talking to my customer a lot. A lot of them they know by name, and I know what they like. What kind of food, or a lot of them are vegetarian. I know also they love Indian vegetarian food. I want to say that they come home away from home. They're coming at home, eating their food, feel very relaxed, and home cooked meal.
Anil, you say that going to Paprika feels like going home. Tell us why you chose it.
So it's funny because when you're driving down or walking down Lawrence, you wouldn't necessarily see this restaurant from the street or the sidewalk, but immediately when you walk in, you're struck by the smells and the sights, to me, of home. And having grown up in an Indian household, eating Indian food my entire life, like it's so comforting to be able to smell the curry and the naan and everything when you walk in. And that kind of feeling of home is pervasive throughout the entire experience. I mean, you go in and Shaw, the owner, he greets you as if you're a family member. He's telling you about his vacation. He's like, he's inviting you into his home, and that's what you really feel like. And that's one of the things that I just really, really appreciate. On top of the amazing, delicious food.
And on top of the fact it's in Lincoln Square, right?
And it's down the street from my house. Yeah.
No, I'm teasing. So can you tell us a little bit about what we can expect to find there? What type of Indian? Is it Northern Indian? Is it Southern Indian?
Yeah, I mean, I think mostly it's a Northern Indian menu, and you can find all of the kind of basics that you would find at other restaurants. But I think what I appreciate about the most is that you can tell that it's cooked fresh. You can see Shaw kind of kneading the dough for the naan and like making it fresh. And it's just kind of one of those experiences that you're not going to have anywhere else.
Right. Well, I can see you out of my eye nodding over there.
So I absolutely loved it. I can't wait to go back. I brought 3 out of town friends. We immediately walked in. We had made a reservation for 5. He had the table already set, wine buckets right away. I have not had Indian food often, and I now am I'm converted. I can't wait to go back. It really, thank you, because it was homey, it was comforting, it was spicy, not too spicy, and we literally sat and talked for 3 hours.
Well, Greg, did you have the same type of experience?
Yeah, again, shouldn't we hate something here? We are fans of Indian food. My wife is allergic to onions. We called ahead, and because they make the stuff fresh, that's not a problem. I really like the coriander chutney. That they got that, and then there's a sweeter sauce.
The tamarind.
Yeah, the tamarind. Yeah. Both of those were phenomenal. To put on whatever you want. The naan when it came out, and what's the crispy bread? Like a wafer.
Right in the beginning with like the peppers.
Papadoom, that's the stuff. Yeah. He brought some of that out for us. And then as far as entrees were concerned, we got the saag paneer, the Paprika tandoori chicken. There's 2 different kinds of tandoori there. The Paprika version. We got the lamb vindaloo. That vindaloo, yeah. Woo, doggies.
Yeah. Well, and the meat itself. So lamb is really hard to cook without either drying it out or it gets kind of tough.
Lamb was awesome.
It just kind of melts in your mouth.
You go there a lot. So what would you say are like the standout items on there? Things that you kind of think people can't miss if they go?
I mean, as someone who just loves fried, doughy things, the samosas to me actually are different than you would get at a lot of other restaurants. The only word I can use to describe it is pillowy. Like the dough is, because it's so fresh. I mean, it's too hot to touch when you first get it because it's been made right then and there. But it's just like it kind of melts in your mouth. And there's the meat variety for vegetarians. There's the vegetarian variety. So that's something that I always get. The butter chicken. I mean, love butter, love chicken, love sauce. What could be wrong with that?
So there were 4 of us. We did get the vegetable samosas. They were. But it's so funny because he brought it to the table and I went to take them, and you cut it and steam comes out. They were delicious. We really tried to get a variety. We got the tandoori chicken. That's the one I got. And I actually asked, I said, can I get potatoes, in the dish as well? There were no question, no problem. Perfect amount of spice. My friend got the lamb korma. Another friend it was chicken with carrots and a cream sauce and peas, and we got 2 kinds of naan, the cheese naan and the garlic naan.
The garlic naan is awesome.
The garlic naan
Why stop?
Yeah. It was just, you could tell not only was it fresh and it was delicious, but they care about what they're doing, they care about the food, and they want you to have a wonderful experience.
Yeah, and I feel like there is a menu, but it feels like he's asking you every step of the way, like, is this okay? Like, is this something that you would want to try too? Which, I mean, you just don't find at other places.
I didn't get dessert. Next time, I know.
Uh-oh.
That was like an angry face. No, the rice pudding that they have, kheer is what it's called. And as a child, I never liked it because it's rice pudding. It's just it wasn't my thing. But the first time I had Paprika's kheer, like that honestly converted me to kheer. Like I actually won't eat my mother's version of it. Like I have to go. Yeah, sorry, Mom, but I have to get. I mean, it's incredible. It's so good. Yeah.
Well, Neil, you chose Paprika. Sum it up for us.
If you want flavorful, fresh, delicious, authentic Indian food that basically feels like you're in the comfort of someone else's home without the hustle and bustle of Devon Avenue, this is your place.
Greg?
Phenomenal, fresh cuisine served in a comforting, nurturing environment, and it's BYO, and it's a wonderful place to go.
Alana?
Spicy, flavorful, fresh, and it's prepared food in a comforting environment.
You can taste the Vindaloo and more at Paprika, 2547 West Lawrence Avenue, 773-338-4906. Open Tuesday through Sunday, reservations are accepted, alcohol is BYOB, and the average tab per person is $15. Greg Fraze knows that there's no shortage of Italian restaurants in Chicago. So when he finds one that truly stands out, he wants to tell it just about everyone he can. And that's why he says you should follow him to Damon Avenue and try Chef Mario Maggi's masterpieces at Briciola.
They expect they find good food, authentic, because I'm Italian 155%. I was born in Florence, I grew up in Milano, and I started working in the kitchen at 9 years old, making gnocchi, fresh gnocchi by hand. Well, simple, because Italian food is simple. You don't gotta do a fusion confusion. Where you see, where you get. So, and fresh ingredient, fresh sauce, and cooking at the moment, everything at the moment. The restaurant is not big. I have a 70 seat. Yes, I have a nice patio outside. But you know, usually restaurant in Chicago like this is 200, 220 people, 300 people. It's the volume, you lose the quality. I have a good food tonight. You gotta try this place. I have a good food. And the chef is old, but very wonderful and nice. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Greg, you say Briciola has terrific Italian food. Tell us why you chose it.
My wife and I discovered, well, they only opened up about a year ago. And I really think that what he does with the cuisine, I mean, the food is to us where it starts and ends as far as why you go to a restaurant. And we've eaten our way through the whole menu and virtually every special. And we haven't found a clunker in the bunch. And the wait staff, Chad is the head waiter there, who is just, he's perfect. Everybody we've gone there with has had a good time, enjoys the fact that it's BYO. The inside is cozy. They have a beautiful outdoor patio, you know, if it's nice enough out.
I lived in Italy for years, and I have to say that it was very much in line with what a traditional patio would look like at a trattoria in Italy. You know, with the strung lights and the cobblestone, and you really got the feel like you were in Italy.
We were lucky because we had a seat right by the window, and so I was seated next to the antique pasta maker, and you know, it was and like sun streaming in the windows. Like you actually felt like with the decor that you were in Italy. But the food that we had, and obviously we get the bruschetta from the chef right away, and he comes in.
Complimentary.
Yeah, he comes in and he hands it to you himself, and you know, so you feel like you're in in his home.
Absolutely.
And we had the rolata, which I believe is, Catherine, you can help me out with
Prosciutto,
the
the mozzarella,
and
roll
it
it.
just kind of like melts in your mouth. So we
Makes
started
all
out.
this mozzarella homemade
she does
in-house.
make
I know.
So
Everything's
makes all the difference homemade.
Exactly.
My grandma told me.
I mean, everything,
Grandma's right.
you can tell that it's homemade. And so we moved on to the pasta. So we got the bolognese, which I will say is actually, probably one of, if not the best bolognese I've ever had.
Telling you about
Yes,
the
like the
bolognese,
deep
the
nod,
bolognese.
yes. And then we have the tortellini with lobster and then strawberry.
Yes,
I mean,
strawberry
strawberry it was like strawberry sauce. Like you kind of think, okay, well that's a little strange.
Yeah.
But the sweetness of the lobster really balanced with like the tartness of the fresh strawberries. I mean, the sauce was pink,
sauce was
but like it
amazing.
was. I mean, like I was dipping the free
So was
focaccia
I.
like in it, like eating that up. It was amazing. And then for dessert, the berry panna cotta was just a perfect way to end the meal.
Oh, great. Alana, now how was your experience there?
So we walk in, and the patio was kind of filling up, but the inside was not as full. The waiter, and I've done this as a waiter, but you kind of joke like, okay, we're not full right now, but by 7:30 we will be. So they had led us all the way back. The restaurant itself, the interior is beautiful, and it's a big restaurant, and the patio was stunning. But we decided to sit inside, and they just led us to a table that was all the way in the back, like an inch from the wall. And I really was gonna, part of me was like, just ask for a new table. I was, I'm like, Lana, forget about it. You're
No,
here
you
with your
should've,
friends.
you
You've got BYOB.
should've
Enjoy
asked.
the food. To me, I'm Italian. I love Italian food. It was delicious. The food really was. Our waiter immediately was like, you have to get the artichokes. It's tough when you order artichokes at the menu when they're whole artichokes, and that's an interesting experience. So these came with like an herb dipping sauce. They were buttery, a little bit of lemon on top. Phenomenal. We also we got the calamari with it also came with some
Fritto
shrimp.
misto?
Yep,
Yeah.
the Fritto misto, delicious. And I was a super fan of the salmon. It was potato crusted, and it came with the fresh veggies. The special with the strawberry champagne cream sauce was, I had to convince my 3 guests. They're like, oh, that really sounds like way too intense for us. You're gonna love it. It was tasty.
Well, you shared, right?
We shared.
That's the
You got it.
Yeah, you got it.
I ate that entire thing by myself.
Okay, well,
Like, is that weird?
I'm glad it wasn't with you.
There's no judgment at this table. I love that Greg's just nodding his head through the whole thing. Like, yep, had that. Yep, had that.
I have. We've eaten our way through the whole menu, but I also like to experiment with the specials because Mario, seriously, Mario, he sits down and talks to us, and he's talking about these creations he's going to make. There was something with watermelon and fish. I'm still waiting for that one, but he's passionate about his food.
He's been in this business for 40 years. He's from Milan originally, and he's traveled all over. So it's interesting because you'll find these things you won't typically think of Italian food, like a strawberry champagne sauce. You're not going to see that. So it's these creative twists that he's kind of picked up along the way and his travels, and then brought back and has kind of done a traditional Northern Italian food with a twist. So Neil, what is the crowd like there?
It actually ran the gamut from families who were coming in to dates, like I was on a date with my husband, to large parties. But it felt very neighborhoody, and it just felt really, really comfortable in there. And so I would love to go back again for a date, but to bring any number of people with me as well.
All right, so Greg, you chose Briciola. Sum it up for us.
Loving waiters, lovingly prepared food. Go to it.
And Neil, sum it up.
Great classic Italian dishes and creative twists in a really inviting, comfortable environment. So I will also say, go to it.
Right. Alana?
Delicious food, comforting environment, BYOB, fabulous patio. I definitely go back.
You can try the pastas and more at Briciola, 937 North Damon Avenue, 773-772-0889. Open for dinner Tuesday through Sunday and brunch on the weekends. Reservations are accepted, alcohol is BYOB, and the average tab per person is $36. So on this week's show, we featured the Pump Room on State Parkway, Briciola on Damon, and Paprika on Lawrence. Let's recap what our guests had to say. First, we cruised to the Gold Coast and parked it at Pump Room. Alana recommends it for its inventive cuisine and amazing atmosphere. Greg loved the new take on the classic Chicago restaurant. Anil was pleasantly surprised by the warm service, and he enjoyed his burger. Then, we popped in at Paprika in Lincoln Square. Anil recommends it because the staff and flavors make him feel at home. Greg said everything was prepared fresh and tasted delicious. Alana loved her experience and can't wait to go back. Lastly, we headed to Ukrainian Village and stopped in at Briciola. Greg recommends it because everything Chef Mario creates is amazing. Alana thought the food was delicious and will be back for the patio seating. Anil loved the classic and creative Italian dishes. We've had a wonderful time this week. I want to thank my guests, Alana Mortel, Greg Fraze, and Anil Herkadli. Join us next week for 3 new guests recommending 3 of their favorite restaurants right here on Check Please. I'm Catherine Diorio, and I'll see you then.
Cheers.
For more information about the restaurants featured on Check Please, go to WTTW.com/checkplease.